All right, hey South Texas, I hope your day is going great. It has been a bit of a warm start to our day. We've had temperatures in the 60s and 70s all across the region, and they're going to rise into the 80s today. So we're already seeing a little bit more sunshine. I told y'all that sunshine was going to make an appearance. This morning we had a lot of cloud cover, and I let y'all know that yeah, the sunshine's going to come out. It's going to warm us up quickly. Right now it's still 64 in northwest San Antonio. The cloud cover really starting to break up now. You'll notice also from some of our traffic cams, you'll see some sunshine too. I'm going to keep that looping because I know some people want to head out to lunch around this time, and this could be your time to kind of check out some of the highways too before you head out the door. So right now you see that sunshine breaking out over northwest San Antonio where the temperature is 64. It's 70 at the San Antonio airport, seeing a little bit more of the break in the clouds there, maybe helping it warm up a bit quicker. Calaveras Lake, seeing a lot of breaks in the clouds too, and you see temperatures currently sitting in the upper 60s. So the temperature is just going to continue to rise here now that we got the cloud cover starting to break up a little bit more. If you are wanting to head out and enjoy the nice weather, if you have allergies, you may want to take some allergy medication before you head out. Oak right now, very heavy, medium on the mold, medium on the hackberry, and medium on the mulberry. I haven't seen many comments coming in yet. I see Roy says, have you hugged your wild hog trapper today? Kind of random there, but random question of the day, I guess. We'll label that one as that. Roy, I hope you're having a good day, though. As far as the radar is concerned, not seeing any rain in our region. You see over towards El Paso. They got a little bit of shower activity. Here in South Texas, though, just a bit of cloud cover, not dealing with anything in the way of rainfall. Temperatures really across our area showing the 60s and 70s really starting to break through. 64 in Bernie, 65 in Kerrville, 64 in Rock Springs. You see Carrizo Springs at 70, 72 in Cotulla, and then you got 75s in Beeville and George West. Port Lavaca sitting at 76. So these temperatures are just going to continue to rise here as we make our way throughout the next few days. Bringing that forward, you can get an idea of where the warmer weather is going to be today. It's really going to be for areas that are kind of closer on towards the south. Cotulla and Carrizo Springs may actually hit 90 degrees today, so very warm conditions expected as we make our way throughout the day. Now the winds, they're coming in out of the south, and that's going to continue into this afternoon. These winds out of the south are going to help to bring in more moisture, and that moisture is actually going to make it feel a little bit more on the humid side outdoors today. Notice some of those winds showing 13-mile-per-hour winds in Del Rio out of the southeast. We've got 12 mile per hour winds out of the south in San Antonio, 13 in Seguin, 14 in New Braunfels, and that's making it feel a little bit more humid outside. So when I talk about humidity, what are we looking at? Dew points right now sitting in the 60s across the region. You see 66 in Cotulla, 66 in George West and Beeville, 69 in Port Lavaca. Now remember what I told you about dew points. And that is, if the dew point gets up to 70 degrees, that's when it really starts to feel almost tropical outside. You start feeling a lot of humidity, the very summer-like pattern for us here in San Antonio. And dew points in the 70s, I like to say it's like you can close your eyes and it's like you're sitting on the beach with how humid it is. So 69 in Port Lavaca, being so close to the beach, that's actually a little bit more common. So I see Perfecto says, no rain, not for today. We do have rain in the forecast, and we're about to talk more about that coming up here in just a moment. Let me go ahead and bring up a few more graphics here. We'll talk all about that rainfall that's going to be moving in as we head into really Saturday. We do have a chance of rain on Friday, so let's get right into the future clouds and radar. As we head into 5 p.m., notice dry today. And once again, no rain today. Lots of sunshine, temperatures into the mid-80s. And there were those 90s, by the way. Let me bump it back a little bit. So this is 4:30, 5 o'clock today. 90 degrees in Cotulla possible. So very warm conditions there. Continuing through the timeline, you'll notice by the time we get to about 7 a.m. on Friday, temperatures in the 60s. Going to have a lot of cloud cover overnight. Start off cloudy on Friday. And then I think we'll have a few breaks in the clouds, but not as much as today. Going to be mostly cloudy to partly cloudy for tomorrow rather than the mostly clear to partly cloudy we have today. And temperatures will be a bit cooler because of that. Notice 70s for San Antonio, see just 80s for areas to our south. That lets you know that it will be a little bit cooler. And let me actually bump it back to the end. I clicked ahead a little too quick there. Let me bump it back to the end of this graphic. Let's get into Saturday at 10 a.m. Notice a few showers over towards LaGrange and Columbus, Hallettsville possibly. That shower activity is going to be picking up for Saturday for South Texas, and then it's really going to pick up into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday as well. So here we are Friday, 9 a.m. Rain's away from us. We move into Saturday, start seeing it more towards the hill country. By the way, you're going to notice much of the rain over the next 7 days is going to occur in the hill country. Bumping it into Sunday, seeing it a little bit more closer towards Bexar County and along the I-35 corridor. Heavy rain possible there on Monday morning in the hill country. Notice that at about 3 to 5 o'clock, there's some heavier rain. Some of those yellows showing up on the screen, that could be the really heavy showers. And then we continue our way into Monday at 9:30 a.m. A little bit more towards Tilden, Cotulla, spots that really need rain because that's where we have some of our worst drought. Moving into Wednesday, you see really wet weather too. Now that's not a guarantee yet. We're watching the weather models real close to see if we'll have the really wet conditions there on Wednesday. So, over the next 7 days, what are we expecting? Well, in Rock Springs, there could be 2 inches of rainfall over the next 7 days. That's a good amount of rain. And then from Hondo to Eagle Pass, Uvalde, Kerrville, Del Rio, we could be talking more about 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches of rainfall. And then everybody in the green, basically along the I-35 corridor and then south and southeastward, less than 1/2 inch. That's not good news. Our friends in Cotulla, Tilden, Pleasanton, they need more rainfall. Right now, drought is an issue down that way. We have a severe to extreme drought. That's really across the region, but you see the hill country not as bad of a situation. So the hill country doesn't need the rain as bad. But it looks like they will be the ones getting more of the rain than a majority of the region. So as far as the amount of rain in San Antonio over the next 5 days, we're seeing that we'll see less than 1/4 inch of rainfall by all the models in agreement there. So San Antonio, again, not seeing as much in the way of rain over the next 7 or 5 days. Taking a look at the amount of rain we've seen so far this year, you'll notice that we're behind on our March average. We're also behind on our yearly average. So we could use a good drenching rain. It's just not looking like it'll be over San Antonio. It's going to be, again, off to our friends in the hill country. So it's time for that 7-day forecast. I know a lot of people have been sitting here waiting for it. Pull that up right now, and you'll see that we have a lot of chances for rain, but the chances are more moderate. Those aren't high rain chances. 40% to 30% into the middle of next week. You see the 20% there on Friday. 40% chance for Saturday and Sunday and Monday, and then 30% on Tuesday and Wednesday. Today, by the way, is my mom's birthday, so happy birthday to my mom. And by the way, my birthday is right there on St. Patrick's Day, where you see that little clover with the leprechaun dancing. So I'm hoping for some drier weather on my birthday, but it's looking like I'm going to be dealing with some wet weather myself, that 30% chance for rain. Temperatures today this will be the hottest day of the week, but you see we're still going to be pretty warm as we head throughout the next 7 days. 70s to 80s for highs, 60s for lows, not too bad. So it's not going to be too cool and during the overnight hours as well. And we're pretty much going to stay humid all week. Dew points expected to stay in the 60s for highs. So that lets you know it's going to be humid. So what about the next 8 to 14 days? What can we expect? Well, it's looking like we're going to be wetter than average. We're going to have above average rainfall possible for the next 8 to 14 days. That's from day 8 through day 14, looking beyond the 7-day forecast here. And then as far as the 8 to 14-day forecast for temperatures, it's looking like we'll be around average. So highs around the 70s, lows in the 50s to 60s, I think is kind of closer for this time of year. So pretty typical, not seeing anything out of the ordinary. Tina says, happy birthday to my mom. Thank you so much, Tina. She's down in Sanibel, Florida. If you don't know where that is, Sanibel Island is located right about there. She's visiting family with my father. They're right there, and they're having a great time. So I hope she has a wonderful birthday myself. From the flu index, we've been talking a lot about the flu. Still widespread across the U.S. with the exception of Oregon, and we got to check on our friends in Hawaii. Yeah, Oregon and Hawaii are still both with just regional activity. We'll continue to watch that, but nothing really much of an update there. So, I don't see any more questions coming in. I just figured I'd give you all a quick update. Again, the sunshine's coming out. I see it through the windows here in the newsroom. It's looking like it's going to be a beautiful day. Get out and enjoy it. I'm going to go get out and enjoy it myself. I know that this is still spring break for some. If you're staying home for spring break here in San Antonio, go out and check out some of the great parks in the area. It's a great day for it. Maybe head out to the pool. It's a great pool day. Excuse me. Choked a little bit. And then if you wanted to head down to the beach, let's actually take a look at some of our Texas cities around the area. Corpus Christi, temperatures in the 70s. Yeah, they're going to have a bit of cloud cover. It'll be a bit breezy. Maybe not a bad place to go, though. Take a day trip. Head down to Corpus. Houston's looking pretty good. Temperatures in the 70s to 80s, so Galveston, not too far away, should be pretty good as well. Austin's looking like it'll be in good shape. Maybe a few of those great hikes there that they have for our friends just up I-35. And then if you wanted to head on up to Waco, lots of great places you could go this weekend where the weather should be fairly good. Yeah, we have a lot of rain chances in there, but I'm telling you the rain chances will still even be lower, especially if you go south or east. If you go north and west, that's when the rain chances could go up for our friends in, let's say, El Paso, Amarillo, Lubbock. That's where we could have some of those higher rain chances. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Get out and enjoy it. I'm going to be off the next few days, so I hope you all have a wonderful, really next week and weekend. And we'll, of course, continue to give you these updates. Don't forget, we've got the news on at 4, 5, 6, and 10 tonight. These are always going on, these Facebook Lives. We're live on Twitter. We're live on YouTube. Follow and subscribe to us and like us in all those locations. And make sure you download that KENS 5 app. It can give you alerts whenever you're on the go and keep you updated on the news. Y'all have a great one.